The water is cool. It is wonderful. Everything else is terrible. It was somebody's birthday. It normally is at this time of year. It started to come back to me. Somebody invited some sisters and they turned out to be the Frogina dancing troupe. The place was jumping. And then, and this was the problem, the fermented lily wine. A lot. I feel very ill. I move. It's bad. Bruises. Yes, of course, I am a bruise. Bird cheeps far away. I put my ears under the water to drown out the sound. It's too loud. I had fallen down the well again and bounced off those bricks that were sticking out from the old wall. Every time I wake up after a party, I'm more seriously injured. I fell down the well a few times a year or two ago and decided to move in. Apart from falling 50 feet a day, it is wonderful, quiet, safe, no problems. Visitors enjoy the clean water. It's cool. I paddle faintly towards the wall and climb feebly onto a brick. I feel sick. I have to rest. There is no better time to rest than when you have just woken up. You are relaxed. What is the best thing to do when you are relaxed? Rest. I am going to rest. The party tonight is over at the pond. I can recover by then. Drink lots of water. Rest. Sleep. Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. My head nearly split. The worst thing in the world had happened. The frog from the sea. I tried to shrink up against the wall and hope some of the overhanging bricks would hide me. Ah, there you are, he said, peering down. That worked then. Still sleeping? Typical. Missed the day. Time to be up and away. You have got to be joking. My headache got fiercer. My bruises were aching. You, in your tiny little well, it's so small, what do? Just paddle around and around. You need some proper exercise to build you up. Up and away, broaden your limited horizons. What is the biggest thing you can imagine? There's a splash, and the frog from the sea leaps down into the well and swims around. Do you think my sea is this big? He bawls. I absolutely could not care less and shake my head. Shooting pains flash behind my eyes and black and white dots swarm around my vision. No, he bawls and swims in a larger circle. Do you think it is bigger than this? Just go away, I croak. He swims right around the wall. You can't even imagine anything bigger than this, can you? He asks accusingly. Here you are, stuck in a little hole at your age. What's wrong with my age? It's time you saw the sea. I had no choice. I had been putting the frog from the sea off again and again, or just hid. But I figure, just do it once, get it over, then the frog from the sea will stop pestering me. It would be noble. Okay, I thought. I am amazing. I start to climb the wall. I get about 10 inches up. Could not carry on and fall back into the water. I like it. I float and belly up. I can't, I croak. I couldn't. Of course you can. You are just out of condition and my sea is so huge, so vast, so wonderful. And here you are, choosing to flop around. That at least was accurate. Surrounded by a wall, and just one wall. It's pathetic. Seems reasonable to me, I tried to say, but on my back I got water up my nose, and blow bubbles, and start to sneeze and cough. It was pathetic. I climbed the wall. It was hell. I was valiant. I fall again. The frog from the sea, bobbing up and down, splashing energetically, booming. Come on, hurry up. It's a beautiful day. Up, out of your tiny well. See the great outdoors. Witness the might of my mighty sea evolve. I assault the wall, and incredibly I reach the top. The frog from the sea hauls me up over the side. The light is intense. Painful. Just there, he points. Over those sand dunes. Very close. Come on. I can just see distant sand dunes shimmering under the sun. I faint. There were rocks and pieces of glass and tin cans. I don't know. Everything dangerous you can think of, and probably foxes. Do foxes eat frogs? Probably. And it's hot. I sweat under the boiling sun. I didn't know frogs sweat. They shouldn't. And the sand just sticks to everything and gets in your eyes. And the insane frog from the sea is going on and on. You won't believe how big my sea is. How grand, how awesome. I think philosophical thoughts. If I won't believe it, why bother seeing it? I attempt to go back, but I'm headed off. Where are you going now? The majestic sea waits your humble gaze. I tell you, that frog is too much. I struggle onwards and upwards, my strength fails. I slither back down the sand dune and burst into tears. "Prepare yourself for amazement," he kicks me. "Witness the great and wondrous vastness of my glorious sea." He grabs me and pulls me by my legs until eventually we reach the top. He pushes me over the crest of the sand dune. "Thus," says the frog from the sea, as, presumably, the sea comes into sight. My eyes are full of sand and filth, and so is my mouth and my nose, and I just feel disgusting. I clean the grime from my eyes and peer out at what evidently the frog from the sea is so proud of. First thing I see is about 2 miles of gunk. The tide is out and has left sorry-looking sticky seabirds flailing about in the muck. Evidently there is an outlet pipe not too far away. I spot another frog, the frog from the sewer. I don't wave. Broken bits of dirty things are sticking up from rotting seaweed all the way down to the slimy sea. It looks oily and dangerous with a strange glowing hue. In the distance I can see a cargo ship throwing dangerous-looking containers over the side. On the horizon I can see land, a chemical factory near the shore belching black toxic smoke into the clear air. I feel incredibly nauseous. I vomit. I crawl back home. I collapse several times. I am just completely mashed up. Eventually I stumble over the sides of the well, fall, bounce off a brick or two and splash, thankfully, into the well. Home. Quiet. Contained. Only one wall. Dark. Safe. The clean, clear water laps me slowly into a comfortable slumber. The frog from the sea lives on the east coast. It stinks. I let the clean, dark water wash away the dirt and the sand and the memory. I make a mental note to visit the west coast again soon. The west coast is wonderful. Pebble Beach, low on crabs, clean, safe, cool. The sea goes on forever, pure blue and smelling of fresh salt. It's beautiful. Just under the water in this well, there is a tunnel that leads directly to the west coast. We go there a lot when the birthday season is over. It's easy. I will invite the Frogina dancing troupe to come for a weekend. As I drift into sleep, I remember to tell the frog from the sea about it, if he ever asks.